Hello, everyone. Hi, everyone. Hi, Lisa. Shall we switch on our cameras? Hi,
Hi.
everyone. Hi. Welcome to Nimble's webinar. Thank you so many. There's so many of you on our group chat. Hi, Uni. Hi, Nora. Hi. Hi, Sokia. Mrs. Sokia. Hi, Khatija. Nice to see everyone. Today is yet another webinar special. It's happening on a Friday. It's going to go on for about 2 hours. So get your coffees ready. Just make yourselves comfortable because it's going to be a 2 hour session about exactly what to do on Telegram. And this is a really interesting presentation because I'll be co-teaching with Nisa. So without further ado, and we don't want to waste any time with the admin and stuff like that. But you know the drill. If you're having any issues at all, if you're feeling like you have a lot to say and you do not know how to actually ask these questions, please drop them into the chat bot because we have, of course, Nawara as well as Shahira, who's actually there to answer all your questions, okay? And of course, if you're ready to speak up during the question and answer period, which is my time, at the end of the webinar, just raise your hand to speak up, yeah? That you will see in your Webinar Jam app. If you're on your phone, you can raise your hand to speak up. Now, don't panic when Webinar Jam, right, is asking you to test your microphone and stuff like that. As soon as you test all of that out, you are able to speak really clearly and we can answer all your questions, all right? So without further ado, I'm actually going to start the presentation. Lisa, are you excited?
Yes.
Nice. Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen to just welcome everyone again to our webinar special that is all about Telegram, this mysterious messenger app about Telegram. I'm gonna talk about all of that. We're gonna talk about how this is so different from WhatsApp because so many of you have DM'd us like, Bella, I don't think Telegram is gonna work for our business. So how are you gonna convince me? Well, I'm gonna do the convincing, but Nisa is gonna break it down to you exactly the technical steps as to what it takes or exactly exactly the things that you have to do on Telegram to kickstart your business if you choose to actually use this for your operations. Yeah. So Nisa will break it down to you in just a bit, but let's welcome everyone. Please say hi in the group chat, so that we can all just welcome everyone on board. So let me just share my screen.
Okay.
Alrighty, let me just share my screen. All right. All right, guys. So basically, this session is going to last for 2 hours. Nisa is going to cover the aspects of, the technical aspects of Telegram setup, you setting it up, right, for your business. And then I'm going to talk about how to effectively manage your customers or basically how to communicate with your customers or your audience in this platform, yeah? So this is how it's going to go down, okay? So basically, we are going to break it down to 2 sessions, yeah? And in between these sessions, we're definitely going to have a 5-minute break. So when it comes to that 5-minute break, take it seriously. If you need to go to the loo, go ahead. Just take that 5-minute break and then come back. And if you ever worried that oh my gosh, like Bella, what did I just miss? This whole entire presentation is actually going to be recorded as well. So you will receive a lovely video exclusively for you. It's not going to be released publicly or anything like that. It's going to be released just for you, as well as a follow-up, presentation deck, so that you can always revisit this whole thing again in your own time, at your own convenience. All right. So we're going to break it down to 2 sessions. One, an introduction to Telegram itself by Nisa, yeah, and then of course after which at about 3 o'clock, we're going to talk about the developing a mindset to sell to an online customer and what we're going to do between merging and how we're going to manage our offline experience with online. So I'm going to cover all of that today. Yeah. So a little introduction about who we are, because I would love to welcome our Malaysian students. If you are listening and you're watching us from Malaysia, thank you for signing up. And of course, our Singaporean students. I see my students, I see my graduates. I know who you are. Thank you for signing up to this Telegram session. Thank you for trusting us with this content. But as you know already, we are an all-female digital marketing team, and we are here to help businesses thrive in this space, and Telegram is nothing but just a tiny piece of a puzzle that is going to take your marketing to the next level. And this is where I would like to encourage everyone that, I say a lot about social media and I talk a lot about it, but there are other channels that that are absolutely crucial for you to understand. So we are hoping that as a collective and as a team, we're able to convince you, we are able to empower you with this knowledge, so that you are very clear as to what are some of the key trends that's happening in marketing, what are some of the things that's happening in social, and some of the things that you can definitely do to improve your content, so that you are able to engage your customers and audience in the pipeline. Yeah. So, as you know, we are such a transparent brand. Anytime you hit us up on social, we are always there to help you out. So welcome, Malaysian students. Welcome back, students, especially the ones from Singapore. Now, just so you know, we are also, we are also best known for running campaigns that's happening in the digital space. And these are some of the brands that we are actually managing. Brands like Property Guru, we have brands like Shahida Travel, Shop Theaters, local brands, local SMEs here in Singapore. And we run these campaigns for them, and we know what it takes to actually grow your account, or basically any business's account, whether you're small or a medium enterprise. We know how to crack it on social as well as digital, and it really does take a lot of content analysis. It really does take a lot of design practice, at the end of the day. And so what the whole reason why we are doing this webinar, we are always constantly teaching, we are always constantly empowering, is because we want to share with you some of the things that are already working for our campaigns right now. And we want to share with you all of these things, so that you know that these are real practitioners' strategy. It comes from a place where we are actually practicing what we preach. So it's nothing at all that we Google. It has a lot to do with reflecting what is best for campaigns. And here we are today in a period where it's so volatile, right? When social media can be so volatile, what other channels can we actually leverage on? Because marketing does not stop. So we are here to empower business owners like you, small, medium enterprises, solopreneurs, with the knowledge that you can actually thrive with just this one aspect, this one component called Telegram. So without further ado, I would like to welcome my team member, Nisa, who is the first person, right? Who is the first person that I talked about Telegram. I remember back in the day, Nisa, we were like, what is this Telegram? I was like, Nisa, what is Telegram? Because I am not a user of Telegram either. And I personally just converted to Telegram only this year. And I was like, Nisa, you need to tell me what this whole thing is about, and how we can actually leverage this. And then we went on a rampage on, like, on a discovery, trajectory, where we were so mind blown by the opportunities on Telegram. And we were like, Nisa, we need to tell everyone this. So we started talking to our clients about marketing on Telegram. We started talking to like a couple of industry experts about marketing on Telegram and what to do. We started talking about Telegram in our virtual summit, just to get people acclimatized with this space. And then Nisa, she just went on a roll with the whole Telegram, diving deep into this space. And she is really an expert when it comes to the technical aspect and the technical setup of it. And honestly, I really hope that you enjoy this presentation, because it's really going to be a different conversation about how to market outside of social media. So please keep your interactions coming in. Don't have to be shy. Just keep firing it up in our chat group. We are more than happy to answer any of your questions in the pipeline. So Nisa, are you ready?
Yes, okay.
All right, guys, I'm going to exit, and I'm just going to watch the presentation together with everyone, and just join you guys in the group chat. All right, Nisa, take it away, Nisa.
Okay, so right now I'll just share my screen to actually share with you guys my slides. So, okay, so can you all see my slides right now? Okay, so I'll be starting my I'll be officially starting the webinar right now. So welcome to everyone to our second webinar special called Telegram for Business, held by both me and Bella. So as you all know, I'll be covering the first half of this webinar, and then at 3 p.m. Bella will actually take over to continue to talk about how to actually effectively manage your customers and how to effectively manage your community online. So in case you haven't really introduced yourself, please say hi in the group chat, say your name, where you're from, and just be interactive in the chat, okay? So now I'll be just briefly going through the webinar outline for my session 1. So for the first quarter, I'll be talking about, I'll be introducing to you the Messenger app trend. And then from 2:15 to 2:30, I'll actually be talking about why Telegram should be the first step into the Messenger world. What are some of the basic things that you need to know about Telegram before you actually venture into the Messenger world. And then we'll have a mini break at 2:30, and then from 2:30 to 2:45, I'll be talking more about what are the best practices of Telegram marketing, what are some of the features that you need to leverage on, and what are some of the bots that I really recommend for you to use as part of your marketing, as your Telegram marketing efforts. And then for the last quarter, it will actually be a video specials where I'll be showing you step by step on how to actually create your own engaging brand channel and how to actually use some of the bots that I really think is useful as part of your promotional campaigns. So now, before we start into the content, I just want to have like a quick survey question to all of you. I just want to ask, what are some of the platforms that your business has tapped into? Okay, so it doesn't have to be any messenger apps. If your business has only tapped into social media platforms, that's fine. I just want to see some of your answers. What are some of the platforms that your business has started using as part of your as part of your online marketing efforts? All right, so just type in the group chat for me to read some of your answers. All right, so I see a lot of Instagram, Facebook. Yep, so it's very normal for every business right now in this era to actually be on Instagram and Facebook because everyone is there. Everyone is starting off with the very typical social media platforms like Instagram, Facebook, and some of you also have Twitter. So, but this is the problem. This is the issue that many people do not see the usefulness of messenger apps, and they are too absorbed or they are too occupied in the world of social media that everyone is just neglecting the power of messengers, which are evolving. They are innovating to be very powerful marketing platforms. So now I want to show all of you some statistics on how fast messenger apps is actually growing. So just take a look at the graph right here, okay? The trend of messenger apps. You can see that the combined user base of the top 4 messaging apps have actually surpassed the combined user base of the big 4 social networking apps, and they have surpassed in the recent years, which really shows that messenger apps are growing faster than social media platforms. But not many business owners, not many marketing executives are taking advantage of this trend. A lot of businesses are still investing time and resources into social media platforms, which is which is understandable because everyone is there. But the thing is, messenger apps will continue to grow. And why is that so? Okay, because messenger apps, they boast a number of distinct characteristics that make their audiences particularly appealing to businesses and marketers, including their size, retention, and usage rates, and also their user demographics. So one thing to take note about messaging apps is that the majority of their users skew young. So it is an extremely important demographic for brands, advertisers, and publishers to take note of, because the younger generation will be your buyers in the future. They will be your customers. So you really need to make that brand association when your future buyers are when they're still young. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So another thing about messenger apps is that because they are constantly growing. They are focusing on innovation to grow and keep their users engaged. And they are also competing with social media platforms to be the most used and the most downloaded mobile applications. And soon enough, messaging apps are going to be providing avenues for connecting brands with their customers. Now, in the pipeline, messenger apps will be building successful strategies for monetizing their services. And before you know it, social media is no longer the only one in the game. So you need to know, finally, users around the world, they are logging into messaging apps to not only chat with their friends, but also to connect with brands, browse merchandise, and also watch content. So this is a trend that you need to know about messenger apps, and I'm really glad that all of you are here because you guys have taken the first step to actually take your marketing game to the next level. All right, so now I'll be moving on to some of the key benefits of messenger apps as compared to social media platforms. So I want you guys to take a look at these 3 screenshots over here. So when you're on Facebook or Instagram, do these kind of posts or stories pop up on your feed when you're scrolling through the app? And do you know what kind of these posts are? So I just want to see some of your responses. Do you know what kind of these posts are on your social media accounts? Okay, so actually, yes, these posts, they are sponsored posts. They are promoted posts and that brands have been pushing out on social media platforms. And the thing is, social media is overflowing with brands trying to compete. They are pushing out ads to whoever that sees them or whoever they think that their target audience is. And in fact, from my personal experience, whenever I talk about a certain topic or when I'm having a conversation with my friend on WhatsApp or Telegram, the next 5 seconds later, I'll be seeing ads about that particular topic on my social media account. And whenever I search about something on Google, at least 10 different ads about that particular search will appear on my social media feed. And the thing is, all of these brands, they are competing in the same space. They are desperate to grab the attention of users who showed the slight interest in their products or services. And the competitive struggle on social media is really, really real. But on messenger apps, there's no such thing. Do you ever see promoted posts or stories while chatting with your peers on messenger apps? Are you bombarded by brands trying to grab your attention? Because I don't think so. And this is one of the key benefits of messenger apps, okay? So in fact, to date, there's no such advertising feature on messenger apps yet, which is a really good thing, because then what differentiates you from other brands is your unique selling point, your USP, your content, your value, provided that you actually communicate them correctly and effectively. Now, I just want to highlight another key benefit of messenger apps and why they are superior as compared to social media platforms. So this is based on the theory of default effects. I don't know how many of you have heard of this theory, but basically this theory is usually taught when you're learning about consumer behavior, when you're learning what the customers think at the different purchasing stages. So what this theory basically means is that default options are most likely preferred and chosen over non-default options. What do I mean by this? So for example, when you shop on Zalora, right, and then you want to click on the checkout button, but before you actually click on that button, there will be a small, fine print below or above the button which says, I wish to receive exclusive offers and discounts from Zalora. And 99% of the time, the box has already been ticked. And this is what it means by default option. Zalora has made the default option for you to receive newsletters from them. And this default option actually works in favor for the brand. It works in favor for Zalora. And And it works because consumers are lazy. They do not bother to untick the box, so they will just leave the box ticked, and this default option will be the option that they submit to the brand. All right, so coming back to our topic, why the default option makes messenger apps better than social media platforms is because the default option on social media platforms is not to be notified whenever your brand account posts something, unless your follower actually turns on your notification button. But the default option for messenger apps is to be notified unless your subscriber mutes you. Now, why are fast notifications important? Why are they so good? It's because they deliver quick awareness, and just from that, you have conquered the first phase of your sales funnel. And the next base is actually the interest. How do you pick interest from your customers? And I'll be talking more about that, more about the content later on. Now, since the essence of this webinar, the main topic of this webinar is about Telegram, I just want to get into the basics of Telegram because I need all of you to master the basics. I need all of you to know what is the difference between a group and a channel. All of those things, I'll clear all the misconceptions right now, okay? Okay, so firstly, what is Telegram? So Telegram is a cloud-based messaging app available for both desktop and mobile devices with a high level of information security. So in case you don't know, Telegram actually take pride in their privacy. And the developers of Telegram, they actually offer $200,000 in Bitcoin to the hacker who can actually break Telegram. So this shows that they are really, really confident in the security of Telegram, and their messages are heavily encrypted and can self-destruct. So Telegram keeps their messages safe from hacker attacks, and their servers are spread worldwide for security and speed. Now, let me just jump into the statistics briefly. So firstly, Telegram has over 400 million users globally. It has more than 15 billion daily messages being sent. It has more than 1.5 million new signups every single day. And the best part, my most favorite point, is actually the last point, which is it is free to be on Telegram. You will almost never spend a single cent right here, which makes it really cost-friendly for your business. Telegram is a cost-friendly platform that you need to be on. Okay, so now I'll jump into the basic features of Telegram that I need you to know. So firstly, what are channels? Okay, so channels are a space for you to broadcast messages to a very, very large audience. And the good thing about channels on Telegram is that there is no limit to the number of subscribers who can subscribe to your channel. So this is really great if you have a big community. Anyone and everyone can join your channel to consume your content. Then what are groups? Okay, so Telegram groups, they actually work very, very similar to WhatsApp groups. So basically anyone, members who are in the group, they can send any message that they want, and the limit to the number of members in Telegram groups is actually 200,000 members. However, this is already far more superior than WhatsApp because WhatsApp groups only allow 256 members max. So this already shows how Telegram is one step above WhatsApp. Okay, and another feature that I don't know if you are aware of is that Telegram has secret chats. Now, what are secret chats? It's a client-to-client encrypted conversation. You can initiate a secret chat with whoever you want, with your friend or your family member, and you can set a self-destruct timer. So for example, I start a chat with my friend and then I put the self-destruct timer as 1 hour. So after 1 hour, all of the messages in that secret chat will actually disappear, and it will not be stored in Telegram. It will not be stored in your history or whatever. So this is actually really good for you to know in case you want to use it for your own personal use in the future. And last but not least, I want to share with you more about bots. And I really, really love bots. You don't need to be a coder or a programmer to develop your own bot, is because there are already like more than 200 free bots for you to use that have been built by coders and programmers themselves. All you need to do is just leverage on them, just make use of them. They serve a variety of purposes, and you can, some of them are really, really useful for you to use as part of your marketing efforts. And I'll actually be talking more about them. I'll be introducing some of the bots that I really recommend towards the end of this session. Okay, so now I want to talk about the difference between groups and channels. Okay, so I've always heard people using these two terms interchangeably, because a lot of people, they don't know what is the difference between groups and what is between groups and channels. But for me, because I'm already quite used to Telegram, from the first glance I can actually tell, is that chat a group or a channel. So how do I actually tell that it's a group or a channel? Okay, so I actually take a look at the small print right below the name of the group or the channel. So for the screenshot on the left hand side, it's actually a group. It's a randomly relatable community group. And how I know is that because it says that 326 members, 65 online. And for the right-hand side, the screenshot is actually a channel by CNA. And how I know that it is a channel is because it says there 130,000 subscribers. So from the first glance, if you take a look at the words below them, if it says members, then it is a group. If it says subscribers, then it is a channel. So you need to get this right from the start, okay? Now, I will be talking more about the differences between groups and channels. So for groups, anyone can join in the conversation, okay? Anyone have access to actually send any message that they want. So they can send, they can really send whatever that they think of, whatever they want to talk about. They can just send it unfiltered. However, for channels, only administrators have the right to post, which is really, really good because you have full control of the content being published. While on the other hand, for groups, you have absolutely no control of the messages being sent. Okay, so in case you want to use groups for your business, if you want to use it to create a group for your brand, you might want to actually have moderators, because some members might actually abuse the power and actually send messages that might be inappropriate, or might be spam, or even worse, they might send advertisements. So these are some some of the key differences between groups and channels. And then you may ask, what are groups usually used for, and what are channels usually used for? So for groups, it's usually used as a casual space meant for discussions, meant to talk about a certain thing, meant for you to bounce some ideas off among people who are interested in that field, who are interested in that topic, or they're already in that industry. But for channels, it is usually a formal space for you to actually announce or to share your content. And the last difference that is good for you to know is that members who are in the group, they can actually see who else is in the group. And for channels, the subscribers cannot see who else is in the group. Is in the channel. Okay, so these are just some of the key differences that I need you to get it right first. Okay, now I will move on to the next area, which is groups versus supergroups. Okay, so if you don't know, Telegram has a feature called supergroups, where you can allow up to 200 members, and it can be either private or public. For the basic groups, they actually work similar to WhatsApp groups. You can allow up to 200 members in the basic group, and all basic groups are private. But if you want to actually convert a basic group to a super group, you can do it easily. You can actually whenever your basic group is reaching the 200 member point, you can actually click on your group description and then press on the 3 dots, and then you can just easily convert it to a super group. Okay, so it's so super groups are really, really useful if you have a big community. It can be either private or public. So public, it means that anyone can join in the group and join in the conversation. Now, I want to talk about private versus public channel. What is the difference, and what should you choose as your channel type. So for a private channel, only administrators can add members, or people who have the exclusive link will be able to join. Okay, so the link cannot be changed or customized, and it is randomly generated by Telegram itself. So as you can see here, this is a randomly generated link given by Telegram if you choose to have a private channel. So your channel will not appear in a Telegram global search. Use a private channel type only if you are creating a space that is exclusive to only certain people. So for example, create a private channel
Hi everyone, I think the screen froze and I'm just figuring out what happened with Lisa's connection. So just hanging there, just hanging there. These are the kind of things that happen during a webinar that can happen. So I think Lisa got disconnected. So she will jump back again, but in just a bit. So just hang on. So in the meantime, I will try to understand. I know I have some questions that were asked by. Is it better? Michelle asked, whether it is better to have, hang on. Is it better to have a group or a channel? So later on in my presentation, we will address this accordingly to the objective of what you seek in the Telegram, right? So Nisa just left. She will be added again. So I will just take in some questions in between, yeah. So coming back to this, we apologize for the disruption. I'm just figuring out why Lisa got disconnected. So that's so we'll figure that out. But to answer the question of like what is the objective at the end of the day with Telegram is to understand what is the purpose of it all. Some of us are thinking that EDM, right? EDM is or email marketing. Email marketing is basically a lot better than Telegram. And then I have a lot of followers and a lot of subscribers on EDM. Why do I still want to have a Telegram channel? Thank you so much, Shahira and Renee. Yeah, these things happen. Yeah. So why do we want to have why do we want to have a Telegram channel? Something that we have to manage again, something that is outside of our our comfort zone. Why? What is the benefit of being here on this channel to begin with? Now, I think to answer Michelle's question of like, what do we set up? Do we set up a group or a channel? It is really highly dependent on what is it that you seek from your audience at the end of the day. Are you using Telegram as a mode of communications? Are you there to basically make announcements, special announcements? That is so exclusive as compared to you announcing something like on social media and stuff like that. Because there are brands out there who are literally on Telegram just to talk about announcements, just to talk about just to talk about announcements, just to talk about discounts and stuff like that. Yeah, Nisa is back. Welcome back, Nisa. I know you must have been like, oh my God, what just happened? So I'll just take it from here, Nisa, just a bit, and then I'll let you continue. So basically, the idea here is that, Nisa, are you good? I don't know. It might have been Nimble's connection.
So sorry. Our Wi-Fi got disconnected. So I continued without knowing that I was disconnected.
No, you were doing great. Yeah. So I'm just gonna address a few things because Michelle was asking about what is the difference between why are we here in the first place when I'm doing so well in my EDMs. So to answer your question, Nora, the thing about EDMs is that there's a lot of fear about, like, what if someone unsubscribes, right? And it's literally playing in your mind. Like, if someone unsubscribes to me, then you have lesser of a follower, and then there you are trying to grow the subscribers over again and stuff like that. And it can be very you can get very anxious and a lot of anxiety driven, just to know that, like, oh my gosh, I sent out a broadcast on EDM and then I got some unsubscribes. So as a marketer, honestly, this is a big pain. It's a big pain for all marketers, because what you have to understand is that we do not want to have unsubscribers to our email marketing. Now, the thing that Nisa was trying to tell everyone and engage everyone with this whole thing is that Telegram allows you to actually broadcast messages, right? And then you never have to fear. You never have to have any fear about being unsubscribed. You never ever have to worry about people leaving your channel and stuff like that, because it is very, very important that you understand that first and foremost, that the reason why we are actually we are on the reason why we want to be on Telegram is that you want to onboard them to a platform that allows for, like, flexibility. The thing about email marketing, and I know that I know that a lot of you have actually asked me this. The thing about email marketing is that it's just an email. But with Telegram, and what Nisa will talk about, is that it's a lot of customization, and that customization is a powerful tool when it comes to marketing. So I will let Nisa go ahead. Nisa, talk to everyone about the customization that will allow marketers and small businesses owner to thrive in this channel. So remember, you can't customize on your emails. You can't do that even on WhatsApp. So this is where we are here to tell you that there are a lot of customization tools on Telegram that will allow you to do better when it comes to promotional content at the end of the day. So I hope that is something that's quite clear. So Nisa, I'm just gonna pop back out, and then Nisa,
okay,
take it from.
Firstly, can I just check where did I left off?
Oh, okay. Very good question. That slide about, like, the difference between just that
Private
slide.
and public.
Yeah,
Private
that's
and
just that
public
slide, and then
channel?
the link. Yeah, that link about, like, the customization, that part. That's
Okay,
all.
okay, can.
Go ahead.
Okay, I will continue from there. Okay, so now I will share my screen again, and then I will go back to private versus public channel. What is the difference between these two? All right. So let me just repeat again what is the difference between private and public channel. So for a private channel, only admins can add members, or people who have the exclusive link will be able to join. And the link cannot be changed or customized. As you can see here, this link is actually is already randomly generated by Telegram itself. So for a private channel, your channel will not appear in the Telegram global search. So you need to use a private channel type only if you are creating a space that is exclusive only to certain people. So for example, if you want to create a space for your exclusive membership club, you create a private channel, and a private channel basically does not allow anybody else who do not have the link to join it. Now, for a public channel, what is a public channel? Okay, so for a public channel, you actually input your own link right here. Okay, so you input your own link and make sure that the link is easy to type and remember, because the link will be your so-called username of the channel. And you need to carefully choose your link to maximize your global reach. So what I recommend is putting the industry or the field of your business as the first word of the link. So for example, our Telegram channel, Nimble's Telegram channel, is marketing in Asia. Our expertise is marketing, so we put it as the first word of the link, so that anybody who wants to know more about marketing and wants to join a channel that talks about marketing will most likely key in the word marketing in his or her Telegram search bar, and our channel will appear for them to join. But alternatively, you can still put in the same handle name of your Instagram, Facebook, Twitter as your channel username. However, do take note that there are some limitations to this, because only people who already know your brand, who already know of your existence, will be able to find you in the first place. So it's really up to you if you want to keep that consistency of having the same handle username for all of your platforms. Now, sorry. Okay, now since I'm talking about Telegram, let's dive into Telegram channels and how can you best use Telegram channels for your business. And I personally really love Telegram channel because it is because of its ability to be an amazing community builder. And I'll be explaining to you more about what can you do here. Okay. So first and foremost, what are channels? So channels is a way for you to broadcast information to a very, very large audience inside a messaging app. Now, let me explain to you why am I such a big fan of channels. Okay, why do I feel that Telegram channels is better than social media in some ways? Because on social media, you don't know who are your fans or advocates. You can have like 10,000 followers, but they might not be engaging with you. They might just be scrolling past your content, and you cannot identify who are your community members that way. Now, I want you to remember the 80-20 rule, which says that 80% of your company sales actually comes from 20% of your customers. So Telegram channels require your customers to manually click on your link or type the username of your channel on Telegram to be able to find you and click join. So if these people are genuinely not interested in your brand, they won't even join in the first place. Because why would they go through the hassle of like clicking on the link, typing your username, and then click join and consume your content? So those people who are not interested, they won't actually join your channel. And this means that there is a high possibility that your 20% is in your channel and they must be on it. So in a way, Telegram channel allows you to identify who are your community members that matter. And then you give exclusive content to them. You give them juicy content that is beneficial. Then more people will actually start to notice your channel, and they'll be more interested in your brand because they also want to consume the same content as your existing subscribers. They are jealous of those who are already in the channel, and that is how you actually scale your business, how you actually increase the awareness of your Telegram channel, and indirectly you are increasing the brand awareness of your business. Now, another reason why I'm such a big fan of channels is because I can use Telegram channels as a short form blog. Okay, so there's no need for me to write a whole lengthy blog post. There's no need for me to add images, a lot of nice images, infographics, and I don't need to like hit on the publish button on my site. All I need to do is just pick up my phone and shoot out a quick message explaining my latest updates to my special subscribers. And then I can also use Telegram channels as a live blog where I can broadcast any text messages, videos, or even photos of a live event, and it will fire up in your Telegram channel straight away for your subscribers to view. Now, I want to show you some examples of how people have actually used channels and groups. So in Singapore, there is this small business called the Wallflower Bud, which actually sells bouquet of flowers. So they leverage on Telegram channels to announce to their customers, to announce to their subscribers about some flash sales, exclusive Telegram subscribers discount. They upload some product previews, and also even when they launch a new product, Telegram will be the first place that they announce it. So you can use Telegram channels as a place for you to announce. You can also use Telegram groups as a means for you to collaborate with other people, with other sellers. So for example, Baby's Market is actually an online thrift store where they sell pre-loved clothes. So anyone can join this group, and then they can actually post their pre-loved items in the group so that both the members will be able to sell their clothes, and also the owner of Baby's Market will be able to sell their clothes. So for this collaborations group, everyone there gains, okay? So it is a win-win situation for both the business owner as well as the members who have chosen to join this Telegram group. And last but not least, for Singapore, you can also use channels for you to share content. You can a really good example is our own Telegram channel, which is Marketing in Asia, where every day we will broadcast a message to educate our subscribers, to educate our community more about what is happening in the social media world, what are some of the digital marketing tips that you need to know, and basically how to actually better your marketing game. So for us, by building a channel that is meant for content sharing, we aim to be the thought leader in the industry. Now, I'll be showing you more examples because I know that there are some Malaysian students right here. So I just want to share one Malaysian Telegram channel that is Khalifa Jewels Shah Alam, where they actually use the channel to announce to their subscribers more about to show some pictures of their jewelry. They show what are the sales that they are having, what are the offers, and basically just updating the customers about what is happening in their stores. And then for content, we have the very, very popular Sifu Google Ads, where every day they will actually send, they will share more content about Google Ads. They will tell you how to best use Google Ads, and basically share a lot of useful content that you need to know about advertising on Google. And there's also another Telegram channel in Malaysia called the Malaysia Stock Picks and Guide, where they actually share tips on how to gain the most from stocks in Malaysia. Now, let me introduce to you our Nimbles official channel. So if you haven't already joined our channel, please do so. You can just type in Marketing in Asia in your Telegram search bar, and you will be able to join our channel. And every day we will broadcast messages for you to enjoy and for you to consume the content. Now, the thing about our channel is that before this, we named our channel Nimble.sg, and after that, after a discussion with Bella and with the other girls, we changed our channel name to Marketing in Asia, solely because of the reason I mentioned just now. Okay, because if we put our channel name as Nimble.sg, only people who know us will be able to find us. Only people who already know of our existence will join our channel. But we change it to Marketing in Asia so that we reach those beyond our community. We reach those people who are interested in marketing, so they join our channel and actually consume their content. So this is a consideration that you guys can really consider for your brand, or whether you want to have a username that is specific to your brand, or a channel name that is more general, so that people beyond your community will be able to find you and will be able to join your channel and consume your content. Now, let me just briefly go through a case study before we go for a mini break. So, for in Singapore, there is this very, very popular Telegram channel called SG Kiasu Foodies. I don't know if you guys have joined it or if you guys have heard of it, but basically SG Kiasu Foodies is a successful Telegram channel, and they grew their subscribers to 2K subscribers in less than 1 week. And this is what I want all of us to learn from. I want you to learn from how did they actually manage to make their channel so successful. And I'll be sharing you some of the learning key points that I learned, that I observed from SG Kiasu Foodies, and I want to share it with you guys. So if you're a food business owner, then this is your chance to actually replicate what SG Kiasu Foodies did. So first and foremost, your content must be of value. So remember, your subscribers do not grow by themselves. Regardless of the communication channel that you choose to use and the features it incorporates, your effort will be pointless if the shared content is not meaningful to your audience. So if you find a document, an article, a meme, or something that you think will interest your followers, then be sure to share it. Be sure to share it on your channel. And drawing people into your network by initiating topics that might interest your community or be of value within your industry is a really, really good way to grow your following. Also, you need to ensure that you actually the content that you push out is convenient for your subscribers to get more information. So What I mean is include links, include relevant links, include your call to action, include elaboration wherever necessary, because if your readers have to click further to get the information that they need, then that's a roadblock that will greatly hinder the user experience. Now, the next point that you need to do is to differentiate yourself. Ask yourself, who are your competitors? Who are your substitutes in the market? And how are you any different from them? Okay, so many brands and even your competitors are on Instagram, but are they on Telegram? Is Telegram value adding to your business with all the features and characteristics that I mentioned just now? So if you intend to make a Telegram channel, and ensure that it will be the fastest platform to deliver the content, the content that you want to your audience. Last but not least, consistency is key. Make it a point to post at least once a day so that your subscribers are constantly engaged. Now, post regularly so that you maintain your brand presence and encourage word of mouth sharing. However, please make sure that you do not spam. If you spam, there's a high likelihood that your subscribers will leave your channel, because channel broadcasts work the same way as text messaging. If spam messages annoy you, your subscribers will also be annoyed if you're posting every hour of the day. Now, timing also matters, okay? So what I observe from SG Castle Foodies is that the owner will try to broadcast messages slightly before lunch or dinner timings. And this is very smart, this is very effective, because that is a timing when people are going to have their meals. So remember, timing is key. But if your channel is new, or if you don't know which timing should you be posting on your Telegram channel, you need to test and experiment, okay? So you need to see when is the right timing that drives the most engagement among your subscribers. Okay, so now we will have a mini break before we actually go to before I jump into the best practices when it comes to Telegram marketing. Okay, so I will just stop sharing my screen and just give a mini break for all of you right now. Okay, so go for maybe like a 3 minutes break and then just come back and I will continue more on the best practices of Telegram marketing. Okay, so we are back from our 5 minutes break. So okay, I just want to check if you guys are still here. Just type in the group in the chat box whether you are still here. Yeah, I just want to see whether I can really start. And I will jump straight to the best practices and share my screen. Okay, so Renee is still here. Okay. So now I'll be sharing my screen and then I'll be jumping straight to the best practices when it comes to Telegram marketing. Okay, so all of you can see my screen, right? Okay, now what are the best practices when doing marketing on your Telegram channels? Okay, so first and foremost, the first best practice is to get the basics right. So within a single Telegram account, you can only create up to 8 channels. So to ensure that each channel is easily identifiable and has a progressive growth, you need to choose an easy to remember, catchy name and a concise description of the channel that depicts what you do, what your channel. No, sorry. Can you guys hear me? Sorry, can you just say that you can hear me in the chat box? Okay, all good. Okay, so here I will come back to my slides. Okay. Okay, so as I was saying, provide a concise description of the channel that depicts what your channel does in just a few sentences. Now, the next best practice is that don't advertise 24 hours, because if you are using Telegram for business, remember that you should be doing more than constantly advertising if your business constantly advertising your business or endorsing your financial interests. So because people are attracted to situations and sites that promote deeper connections, not just promotions. So connectivity, in fact, is key to generating a sense of belonging. Show an interest in your followers and the things that matter to them. So this brings us to talk about the difference between sales content and marketing content. What is the difference between these two? And there's only one word to describe marketing content, which is charm. Okay, marketing content is all about charming people. In fact, good marketing content will charm people to the point where convincing them to buy is easy. It's the content that speaks to your customers' pain points and speaks to your why or your values. While on the other hand, sales content is about convincing people that you are the best brand to work with, your products and services are right for them, and that your people are a good fit for what they are trying to build. So this is your chance to highlight your impressive stats such as your customers list, awards, and also your sales figures. And in marketing, it is really important to find the right balance and when you should be pushing out sales content or marketing content. So you broadcast marketing content when your leads are still in the early stages of the customer journey and give them sales content when they are already convinced and about to make that purchase. So in a Telegram channel, of course, all the subscribers are at different stages of the customer journey. Some may be there not to buy anything, but to just consume content. Some may be there because they are your fans and advocates already. So my best recommendation is not to be so hard up on your sales content, but rather marketing content to the masses. And sales content can be offered when you have already identified who are about to make a purchase of your products or services. Okay, now I will move on to the next best practice, is that you need to schedule your broadcast. And this is highly important and useful, especially if you have an official launch of a product. Why? Because when you launch something, you will usually announce it on all of your social media platforms on the same day at the same time. For example, 12 p.m. So at 12 p.m., you cannot be frantically posting natively on all platforms because you only have two hands. So this is where scheduling comes in. You schedule on Telegram, you schedule on Twitter, you schedule on Instagram. Scheduling is really, really important. And another reason why you need to schedule has been mentioned just now, because timing matters when it comes to broadcasting your messages. So you need to test and experiment when your subscribers are most active, when do they actually give the most reactions and engagement, and then you actually from there you will be able to plan when you should be scheduling your broadcast. Okay, so now the last best practice is to pin a message only if you have a welcome message, if you have a set of important instructions to give, or you have a key broadcast that you want everybody to see, including your new subscribers. So once you pin your message, it will appear at the top of the chat right under the channel name, which makes it very clear and obvious. Okay, but please be thoughtful in terms of what message you want to pin, because it should only be one thing that you want your subscribers to see, because you can only pin one message. So to pin a message, you can just simply press on the message a little longer, and then there will be a menu for you to click on pin. Okay, so those are just some of the best practices. Now we will move on to how to create your content and how to promote your content. Now, first and foremost, how do you create and plan your content? So Nimble uses a very, very simple content calendar that I'll be dropping to all of you right now. Okay, so I will share the file right now, just in a minute. Okay, so do you guys get the file? Can you guys download the file? Okay. Okay, so now I will go back to my screen, and then I will continue about the content calendar. Okay, so if you open up the Excel sheet of our content calendar, you can tell that we plan it by month. So for every day of the week, at least one message will be broadcasted. And we segment our content based on themes or categories, and then we will plan the copy, and then we will attach any medias and the link or call to action if there is any. And then if you have a manager or a higher up and you just need to get an approval process faster, you can just have an approval column right here, and then put a scheduled column here in case you have more than one admin and to prevent you from actually double posting. So what I mean by double posting is that if one admin already sees that your message has been scheduled, then he or she won't schedule it again. Okay. Then last but not least, you need we have two more columns right here, which actually measures the performance of each post. So one of the columns measures the number of views, which you can take note of at the bottom right hand corner of each message beside the timing that it was posted. And then the number of reactions, which you can total up by seeing how many people actually commented or press on a reaction button. So evaluating your performance is really important so that you know what kind of subscribers you have and what kind of content do they like. So if you do not evaluate the performance, then there's really no point in having a channel, because you are posting what you think is value adding without listening to the voice or the opinions of your subscribers. Now, the next thing, when you're creating content like your copy, be sure to quality check, or also known as QC. So this is very, very basic, and I'm sure all of you do it for your other content too. But I just want to emphasize and reiterate it so that you remember to QC before you actually broadcast any message. So double check if you have any spelling or grammatical error, and then you can use Grammarly for this. And then make sure to check the length of your broadcast message. Why do I say this? Because your message cannot be too long. If it is a 1,000 word long, nobody is going to read it, especially when they are on a messenger app where most messages are short. So treat your message like that you want to broadcast as like a text message, okay? And it shouldn't be too long that it feels like an essay or a blog post. So lastly, check the quality of your content. Is your content good? Is your content engaging? Is your content valuable? And I understand that the value of a certain content is very subjective, but you can always experiment and see what kind of content resonates with your audience the most and garners the most engagement. Remember that the quality of your content determines whether subscribers stay on your channel or not, because let's face it, people want to consume content that is beneficial and value adding to them. They do not want to consume content that they already know or does not relate to them. So if your channel stats, which I'll be showing you later how to actually get it, show that your subscribers are decreasing, then you might want to take a look at your QC again. Now, moving on to how to promote your content. Of course, the easiest thing to do is just to share it on your social media platforms and say that, hey, I'm on Telegram, come join my channel to receive exclusive updates, offers, and content. And if you use Linktree for your Instagram, be sure to add it in there. And you can also tap into other Telegram channels where you actually communicate with other channel owners to help you promote, and in return, to promote in their channel, and in return, you help them to do a shout out to. Alternatively, some channel owners, especially those who have very big channels of at least 50k subscribers, will charge for a shout out. So you can try and explore this option if you have the budget and if the subscribers of that particular big channel is also your target audience. And other than social media platforms, you can also post on forums like Reddit and Quora, because people actually turn to these forums whenever they have concerns or questions, or if they're just curious about something. So on these forums, you can create a new thread and then you subtly include your channel name right there, or you can just continue from an existing thread. Okay, so now I want to talk about how to promote and build awareness of your channel to those people, who are not in your community. So if you don't already know, there is such thing as Telegram directories. And if this reminds you of the store directories that you see at shopping malls, then you are right, because these Telegram directories, they work similar to that. So what they do is that they'll actually compile and feature channels, groups, and bots that people who have submitted to them. So for example, and they categorize them into groupings. So for example, they have gaming categories, they have business category, finance, and even an entertainment category, so that people who have an interest in that particular category will be able to see your channel. Okay, so just take note of these three Telegram directories, and I will just show you one of the directory just to show you how it works. Okay, so this is actually telegramic.org. So as you can see here, it is a directory where they have compiled all the popular bots, all the popular channels, and all the popular groups that people can find and people can join. So our channel is in here. So if you take a look at, if you click on channels and then you look here, and then okay, our category will be computers and tech. And then if you okay, so if you take a look here, our channel is featured because we have submitted our channel to be part of this Telegram directory. So you really can make use of these Telegram directories, which are free. It's free for you to post any kind, post your channel here to actually get free views, free eyeballs. Okay. Okay. So now I want to move on from here. I want to talk. The last section is the bots. Okay, so there are 5 bots that I need you to know as a channel owner. Okay, so I will run through what are the bots. The first bot is BotFather. This is the official Telegram bot used to create bots and change settings for existing ones. And it's also known as the Supreme bot. So if you want to create a channel that is engaging, you will have to use this bot. But don't worry if you don't know how to use this bot. The step-by-step guide will be given later for you to actually follow, and how to connect all your bots together into one single channel, and how you can schedule your how to schedule your posts. It will be by a bot. So all of it will be provided later. So you don't need to worry, all right? Okay, so the next bot that I need you to know is Controller Bot. You will be using this as well if you are going to create a channel that is engaging, which has a comment section, which has the reaction buttons. So this bot is called Controller Bot. It is a feature-rich bot which allows you to add all the engagement sorts you can put in your channels. Okay. So without Controller Bot, right, you will actually have a very a dead channel and very normal posts that do not drive engagement. Now, the third bot that I need you to know is a GIF bot. So this GIF bot is really simple to use. So you can actually send GIFs in like private messages, in groups, or even your channels. So just type the add GIF followed by your search query, and then the GIF suggestions will show up for you to send a GIF in your Telegram in your Telegram messages to basically make it look more engaging and more interesting for your for the recipient. Now, the fourth bot is a countdown me bot. So it is a countdown timer bot, which I believe is very, very useful if you have a promotional campaign. And just like how Instagram has a countdown sticker to indicate the amount of time left before a certain event, you can use this bot to create anticipation among your subscribers to the start of a promotional campaign, to the start of a special launch. So how to use this, we have also recorded it. You can just follow the instructions from the video tutorial that we will be dropping you later on. Okay, so don't need to worry if this seems too difficult for you, because I assure you that you will be able to do it. Okay. And the last bot I need you to know is React Bot, which is a bot for flexible customization. So basically what it does is that it attaches both reactions and comments buttons to your channel. And without React Bot, you can only include one. Okay, you can only include either reactions or comment buttons. So how does it look like when you use React Bot? Okay, so this will be how your channel posts look like when you use React Bot. You can have the reactions here, and then you have a comment section. And once you click on the comments button, this is how it looks, and people can actually comment on your post. So to actually use React Bot is really easy. You just need to add React Bot as an administrator for your channel. It is the instructions will be given, so not to worry. And then now we'll be heading over to the video specials that we have prepared for you guys. We have prepared for you to watch, and just for you to take note that these videos are password protected, just for you guys to be able for you guys to watch. So this is the password. Take note of the password, and then I'll be dropping you guys the links of the videos right now. Okay. Okay, so I will stop my screen sharing and I will share the files right now. Okay, so I added one. I'll be sharing another file, okay? Okay, can you guys just let us know if you can get the file? Okay, I'm dropping one more file. Okay. Okay, I've dropped the last file. So can you guys see? Okay, so now that is the end of session 1. Now I'll be passing off the time to Bella, who will be continuing more about Telegram community management and how to effectively manage your customers on Telegram. Okay, so I will switch off my video and mic. So Bella, are you there?
I am always here, Nisa.
Okay.
I enjoy every bit of this. I myself am learning really new things as well. So awesome presentation, Nisa. Thank you so much. I am just gonna switch on my camera.
Okay.
I enjoy every bit of it. I hope everyone is tuning in. I hope everyone is still with us. Yeah. All right. So let's address a few things. I know that some of us are questioning still whether or not Telegram is gonna be the most effective channel moving forward when it comes to communicating. Let me tell you a little story about how messenger apps have gone, prominence across the years. We first started out with a messenger apps like Facebook Messenger app, and that was the first exposure. That was the first exposure to all things privately messaging people, replying to people on social media. So Facebook Messenger app was basically one of the things that are on social that we easily picked up just because it was on social media, right? And then eventually, if you remember and recall, we're talking about messenger apps like BlackBerry BBM. And does anyone remember those days? BBM, yeah. So BBMs, and then we also have of course, WhatsApps, yeah. And then this is the thing about the growth and the spurt of messenger apps. So I'm gonna go through all of this in just a bit. Let me just share my screen now. I'm really excited about this pics. The next presentation because it's all about nailing your communication through these apps. Yeah. So, alrighty. So I don't have BBM here. I don't have BBM here, but I definitely have all of these apps that I'm very, very sure that you are very used to and you're acclimatized, with. For example, we have Facebook Messenger, and then we have the WeChat. Some of you have heard of Line before. Some of you have seen Kik before. Now, these are some of the examples of messenger apps that have continuously, grown in prominence, and is something that typically people are just using it to communicate. Now, the thing about these messenger apps, as you can already tell, unless it is Facebook, right? Most of these messenger apps do not have any opportunities for advertisement, meaning to say you cannot be running advertisements on these messenger apps as compared to Facebook, and this is something that you have to really think through and think thoroughly about the opportunity of marketing your communications with these apps. Yeah. So we are here to discuss why Telegram is important and crucial to your communications with your customers moving forward. So you must understand that first and foremost, it is really, really simple. And I know that Kishori asked, like, do I have to use all 5 bots? Not necessarily. It really is dependent on what is the objective of you using the app to begin with. Yeah. So you need to understand that Telegram has become so rapidly evolving, and it has the thing that I love about Telegram personally is that Telegram actually has a bot that assists you as compared to WhatsApp. Now, say for example, something went awry or something you had an issue with WhatsApp, you can't ask anyone for help. Right now, Telegram, there is a dedicated FAQs, there's a dedicated channel, and there's a dedicated bot just in case, you are having issues with certain things and stuff like that. One of the reasons why I absolutely love it is because it is so helpful. Yeah, so it has really gained its popularity across the months, across the years, and so the question for us is like, really, how do we really manage it with our target audience, right? And I know I've seen so many people asking, Bella, what is the kind of content that I put out on Telegram? Like, do I push forth the same content that I have on social media? The biggest mistake that you can ever do is take the content that you have on social media and repurpose that onto Telegram, because it is not the same thing. You can't possibly have the same post that you're doing on social media, and then you use Telegram to actually promote it. It doesn't work the same way, because let me remind you this: if you were to set up Telegram as a global channel, it will actually be something for the global audience. So you have to think of your marketing. Say for example, I know I have one student here who has a yoga studio. If your Telegram channel has the keyword yoga somewhere in there, you will appear on the in the Telegram channel under the wings of yoga as a keyword. So anything related to yoga, I will see her tribe. I will see Nora's Telegram channel, because it's the first thing, it's the first locus of what I will be seeing as a global search. So this is fantastic to grow a wider audience beyond social media based on just that keyword alone, yoga, in as a channel name. So it's really fantastic, yeah. So right now, I just wanted to let everyone know again that it is currently not a platform overloaded with your competition at all. Yeah. So you'll realize that in Singapore that things are really picking up when it comes to Telegram. You see some brands, coming into Telegram, and then you see the government. Yeah, you'll see the government channels jumping onto Telegram because they truly understand that Telegram has a wide audience reach. And they also understand that there's a lot of limitations to WhatsApp, because WhatsApp can go, can be encrypted. There are some messages that can, be lost in WhatsApp. So they understand that it is not stable as a messenger app. So that is why a lot of businesses are moving away from WhatsApp and utilizing Telegram as a platform to share their internal communications. And while that is just for announcement sake, you'll realize that your competition is doing the same thing too. You will realize that your competitors in the space are also jumping on the bandwagon, because they realize that, number one, I can send files without having to worry that they will never load up. This is the one of the biggest things about Telegram that a lot of people don't know, is that you can actually send files while the files will never ever be compromised in terms of its quality. So hey, isn't it fantastic to send your video, your tutorial on Telegram, because it will never compromise on your quality. So go ahead, guys, jump on the bandwagon, because it is really something that will gain prominence in years and months to come. I can guarantee that. Now, a lot of these things, like I said, it has garnered the attention of a lot of marketers like me. When I remembered that conversation with Nisa, and I go like, wow, like I first noticed that Telegram has that big space where you can just customize your messages, and you can customize you customize the messages, you can customize the content you have in there. But one of the biggest things that I personally love about Telegram is the fact that you can craft your very own GIF stickers. Yeah, GIF stickers to illustrate your brand, and you can encourage more people to download this set of stickers, yeah, onto Telegram. So you are basically, if you have like a welcome message or stuff like that, the fact that you can customize all of these things on Telegram, it makes the experience with your audience just a bit more bespoke and super engaging, because they're so creative outside of social media. I will talk about the difference between this as well as like on WhatsApp, because again, not much customization. With WhatsApp, it's just like a one broadcast, a one blast. It's almost like your ADMs. All right. So the thing about Telegram as well is that it is a vital step to improve your content strategy, and I have to vouch for this, because Nimble is really like, we leverage on every single social platform that is out there. And I wanted to just let you know that when the move to come into Telegram, it was a really vital move for us, because we understood that in the space of content, in the space of marketing, there's really not a channel that is able to curate very specific content, which is why when we actually promoted our channel, we mentioned that we are actually going to talk about marketing in a very Asian, with using Asian case studies and stuff like that. Now, and we realize that there's a huge demand of people who want to understand campaigns and using Asian centric campaigns, because it is relatable. So when you do that global search, you will realize what is really missing, and this is something that you can definitely leverage on. Think about yourself, yeah. Think about of how, like, for example, I have a student here as well who is into whose business is speech and drama. I have a tech student here as well who is promoting a B2B business. Take a look at the opportunities that Telegram can offer and see how you can promote that content strategy to a global and a much more wider audience. Yeah. So what can we do or say on Telegram? So this is the part where I'm going to talk about community management, and I just wanted to make sure that you understand that this is once again different from whatever that you have been doing on WhatsApp and whatever that you have been doing on Facebook Messenger. This is not the same as email marketing, because again and again, it is highly customizable. If you want to make this into a secret chat, go ahead. It's only something that is very internal, only for your VIP customers. It is up to you, right? Because you can segment your audience accordingly. And who is to say, I mean, if you can onboard 200,000 people, I think it's a no-brainer. This is a lot better than WhatsApp, hands down. So let me just tell you a story about like what happened with my student just a month ago. And I think some of you have heard this story before about a student of mine who runs a B2B business, yeah. And what she did was she actually broadcasted, a promotional campaign about, what she was selling on her e-commerce store, and she was broadcasting that onto her 1,000 something full customers onto WhatsApp. Now, what has happened was that as soon as she did that broadcast to her 1,000 followers on WhatsApp, what happened was that WhatsApp blocked her, right? And found that, considered that content something suspicious. And because of that, she wasn't able to actually connect to the people on WhatsApp. She wasn't able to actually find out, like what exactly constitutes something that has breached security and stuff like that. These are the kind of things that I'm just suggesting, that these are the reasons why I want you to try to move away from WhatsApp and try to you try to dabble into Telegram, because it offers so much more security, right? When you broadcast on Telegram, it is not the same. It is not the same as when you broadcast this message on WhatsApp, because it is not a one-to-one thing. When you Hi everyone, I'm using traditional um, uh, microphone. My AirPods apparently ran out of battery. These are the kind of things that that can happen. So I just want to make sure that everyone good? Everyone here, welcome back. I'm so sorry. So typical of me to just blabber on, right? To blabber on. And so excited to present. And then all these technical things. So thank you so much for your kind patience. Thank you so much. Nothing's gonna be compromised. I'm still gonna deliver exactly what I promised. But could you just double check if you are listening to me and if I'm all clear? Let me know if my voice is clear, so that I know that I can proceed, and then I can offer my expertise, as well as share with you guys what I feel about Telegram. All right. So how's everyone? Nice. All right. Okay. So thank you for being so patient. I didn't know that I was talking on and on, and no one could hear me until one of my staff called me, and I knew that was it, right? But okay. So I just wanted to tell I just wanted to tell you guys a little story about the how I jumped into the whole platform of Telegram, and why this has become a big love, a big love. So so to open the conversation again about Telegram, is to understand that according to history, remember those times when we actually were using BlackBerry perhaps, and we were on BBM, right? And then of course the first exposure that we ever had with Telegram, with a messenger app, was Facebook Messenger. And all we basically did was we actually use it to communicate directly with a customer, to answer it all in our inbox. So messenger apps have completely, they have evolved around over time. Yeah, it has evolved over time, and we need to leverage them. So the thing about like why I'm so obsessed with Telegram is the fact that like what Nisa was saying and what Kishori was saying, like, Bella, do I need to have all 5 bots? How do I make sure that, like, we are not like, we are able to customize, all of these things on Telegram? It seems so hard. It seems so hard. Now, the thing that I need you to understand, that if you are able, honestly, if you are able to customize, or if you are able to to understand your email marketing, if you are able to understand, all the design stuff that you have been doing and stuff like that, basically, if you have been doing social media, right, I don't think Telegram is a problem, and it's going to be an issue when it comes to customizing it at all. In fact, Telegram is supposed to actually elevate your social media marketing. So without further ado, I'm going to repeat my entire content so that everyone is able to hear me again. What happened again? Apologies. These are the kind of things that I was using an AirPods Pro, by the way. I'm such an advocate for this, and it just bombed on me. And then after that, you couldn't hear a thing. So anyway, coming back to our presentation, I hope everyone is good. All right. So coming back to my presentation, without further ado, let's not waste time because there's so much to go through. Okay. So I know that a lot of you have just, have seen this, and I was talking about Telegram is not the only tool. It is not the only tool when it comes to messenger apps, because we have Line, we have Kik, we have WeChat. I am currently using WeChat as well. So these are the kind of things that you need to understand, that messenger apps has evolved, and like I said, it is that simple. It is that simple to actually set up your Telegram. It is that simple to actually create customizations on your Telegram. It is that simple to actually broadcast a message on Telegram. So I know a lot of us have been so used or acclimatized with WhatsApp, and you are a bit afraid of, like, oh my gosh, do I have to now bring everyone on board on Telegram, and then what happens to my WhatsApp for business at the end of the day? So to answer your question, I know some of you are using WhatsApp, and you have been doing it for months and months and months. You need to first understand that, what did you use WhatsApp for to begin with? Were you using it just to broadcast a message? Were you using them to update, that the fulfillment order? Were you using it to actually, announce the discounts and stuff like that? You need to understand that WhatsApp has some limitations. Yeah, it has some limitations. So let me tell you a story. I was actually storytelling, a lot earlier. Okay, so let me tell you a story of my student who runs a B2B business, and she basically sells furniture. Yeah, she sells interior furniture to other businesses and stuff like that. And what happened during a conversation that she had with me last month was the fact that she had an announcement. She had an announcement about, like, a particular sale that she wanted to conduct, and she wanted to broadcast that message, to 1,000 people onto WhatsApp. And what happened was that message went through. It went through. And then when it went through to those to that 1,000 people, who saw it, what happened was WhatsApp considered that broadcast message as something very, very suspicious. And when it considered my student's message as suspicious, what it did was it blocked her from utilizing WhatsApp entirely. Now she started to panic, because what you need to understand is that, unlike Telegram and WhatsApp has a lot more users, because we're so acclimatized with the platform. So a lot of people were onboarded to it very fast, very quickly. And then when businesses were trying to leverage on WhatsApp, they realized that, hey, there are some limitations to the functions on WhatsApp. So here's one of the biggest limitation. Number one, the thing about you broadcasting on WhatsApp is that, yes, it will end up in a personal inbox. So, for example, if you were to tell me that you have what is that? If you have a sale, or if there's an exclusive discount and stuff like that, that message will end up in my personal inbox. You'll see a tick, right? But what happens, right? What happens if someone as part of their privacy settings, they don't show you that they don't show any reaction to that status or to the announcement? Problematic, right? So the thing about Telegram is that when you broadcast that message, and with the addition of this customized, the customized bots and stuff like that, you will soon realize that you can capture analytics. You can capture whether or not someone has seen the post collectively as a community on Telegram. So this is the thing that I think as a marketer is a powerful tool. You will know what I mean when you actually set it up yourself and customize it with the bots that were suggested by Nisa, right? So yes, it is the first and foremost a simple tool to begin with. And like I said, a lot of people are still not used to Telegram. By the way, there are not that many Telegram users for business in Malaysia, yeah? So this is where you can really, really crack it with the competition. You can really go far ahead with this because there are not that many people who are on Telegram yet. As of now, a lot of business owners, a lot of big brands are already jumping on Telegram, and I will share with you some of the big brands that I think you can just study them, yeah, and you can also see for yourself that a lot of government accounts, government official accounts, are also on Telegram because they realize that they can actually do so much more on Telegram, and that is why they onboarded themselves on Telegram as compared to now reducing their content on WhatsApp. Right? So the thing that you have to also understand is that Telegram, because there's no limitation to what you can do, you can actually launch your promotional campaign, and because it works on a global search platform, right? This is where you can target your audience away for your little community on social. This is where you can actually target a lot more people globally. So think about that. For example, I have a student here who is a mentor for speech and drama, right? A quick global search on Telegram will then reveal to you how the opportunities in the industry, in the space of Telegram. So this is something where you can really leverage on, because if you notice very quickly, a quick keyword, get a quick keyword input onto Telegram, you realize that, hey, not many people in my space are on Telegram yet. So maybe I will want to crawl for my particular keyword, which is why Nimble switched from Nimble.sg on Telegram into marketing in Asia, because we want to dominate that space about all things marketing, right? So this is something that I want you to take note. Next. The thing about this platform is that it's not currently not overloaded with your competition. And while I know that you go like, yeah, my competition is not here yet, Bella, but what kind of content should I put out? So later on, I will explain to you, if you're a brand or if you are using personal brand, what is it that you can actually leverage on when it comes to Telegram. And because it is currently not overloaded with competition, this is where you can really, really crack it with exactly the kind of content that you wish for your customers to see. So we will talk about having the right target audience onto Telegram in just a minute as well, okay? Next. Because it is getting so much attention from marketers, you'll realize that there's so many things that's going on Telegram, and basically a lot of customization options and stuff like that. But the thing that I want to tell you from the bottom of my heart as a marketer is that I want you to understand that there's so much pressure. There's so much pressure to keep up on social media, which is why I've always been an advocate with email marketing. I've always been an advocate with like offline channels. Even though I teach social media, even though I leverage content on social media, I am always aware, and I'm fully aware and completely discerning with the opportunities that's outside of social media. So on Telegram, there is no fear. There should not be any fear to be super on brand. There is nothing to fear about, if with the kind of colors, the kind of videos that you want to push out, because Telegram is basically a platform for you to share. And because it's such a customizable platform, this is where you can really take your content further. So I have a very interesting case study. I have a really interesting case study that I wanted to share with you. Over at one of the universities in Singapore, there's a university here called NTU, and this is where what was interesting is that they were using this Telegram. One of the student body was using this Telegram to actually gather stories that they could never share with their professors, right? Internal struggles that they could actually talk about, they could share, and they were collecting these stories as a platform, like a forum pretty much, on Telegram. So the list of opportunities is completely endless, which is why I wanted to talk to you about how do you then promote this. Because yes, you can use that Telegram channel as a platform for internal news, for exclusive discounts and stuff like that. But the question is, how can this be an extension of your promotional content, right? Because here's a struggle. Bella, do I now push all my content that I have for EDMs onto Telegram? Bella, do I now push all my content on WhatsApp back onto Telegram? And Bella, how do I get people to transact on Telegram? How do I get them to pay me on Telegram? Is it possible? Of course it's possible, all right? Of course it's possible. Remember what Nisa just told you about the global search as well as the platform, that marketplace for Telegram? Yeah. Take a look at all the other brands who are actually making transactions over Telegram and learn from them. Join those channels and see for yourself how people are actually making transactions over on Telegram, because it is ever be possible to do so even on Telegram. So this is a no-brainer. Yeah. So let's get down to it. What can you do or say on Telegram in terms of how to build a solid community management? Yeah. So I hear a lot of students who are basically struggling, right? Who's basically struggling. Hang on, yeah. I just want to make sure that everyone is good. Okay, all is good. So I'm just checking in. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I just wanted to share with everyone again. Okay, I just wanted to share with everyone again exactly what about the content management that is so crucial when it comes to managing when it comes to management managing communities in today's day and age. So let's deep dive into what is this concept of community management. Is there a difference between a community as well as a customer? Okay, so that's one of the questions that I get a lot in class. What is the difference between a community? What is the difference between a customer? And what in the world is an audience, Bella? All right. So the thing that I wanted to talk to you about is that I want you to understand that a customer is a one-off relationship. Okay, so as you can already tell, like what I wanted to say here in this quote is that majority of the experience with someone is gonna purchase a decision of someone to your brand is really all about the customer experience. So for example, if you are able to convert someone on social media, she or he became a customer, right? And then you put them in a form of a database or an Excel spreadsheet or stuff like that. You have a proper CRM for them, and then you take a step back and go like, all right, I have a database of all my customers now. What do I do with them now? So you have to decide, where do you want to manage that conversation with them privately? Some of my clients are managing their customers on WhatsApp. They are texting, they are checking in on WhatsApp. They are most of the time they are checking on WhatsApp, but now we have Zoom sessions and stuff like that. So basically they are all checking in into the customers to ensure that everything is okay. So people are really taking their customer experience beyond social media. That's my point. That relationship management is something that has to be very tactical. Yeah. So when you think about this, so let's think about this together. Okay, let's think about this together. You are on Instagram. You are on Facebook. You have a YouTube channel. You have an email marketing strategy. You are doing everything that you can to manage your customer. Yeah. How then can they become part of a larger community at large? This then boils back down to, what are your brand values? What are you offering? What are you offering to your community where it is something that is going to be so value added and so value centric? Because a community or a tribe will only bind when there are values that they resonate together collectively as a tribe. So moving your customer into a community is one of the hardest things that you can do as a marketer. It's one of the hardest things, hands down, really hard. Which is why you are having issues with pushing out content, because you're not too sure whether the content is specifically for a customer or is this a content specifically for community building. Which then comes back to my point of, what is this Telegram channel about? If this Telegram channel is strictly for customers, let it be for customers. If that Telegram channel is made to be an intimate session with the founder, is an intimate session with like things that you can never find on social media. If this is something much more intimate and close knit, then let that Telegram channel be that. So you need to understand that your relationship is really crucial when it comes to customers experience and basically building community at the end of the day, right? So now this is how we're going to do it. I've always talked about this a lot in my class. I've always talked about this a lot. When you first come to my Nimble webinar, right? For example, when you are first here on my webinar, how was my communications like on my website? How was my communications like on my social? What was it that my team was doing? What was it what my team was doing and sending to you on WhatsApp? 15 minutes before a webinar session. How did we manage a crisis in the middle of a live? So all of these things matter when it comes to community and management, as well as the customer experience as a whole. Coming back to Telegram, are you using Telegram as a platform to answer all the problems that you always get in emails, and you're utilizing it as a forum of sorts where you have all the answers, broadcasted generally, because it's actually possible? So my point of it all is to understand that because you are able to take your customers now from offline to online, you need to understand where and what is the purpose, again and again, what's the purpose of your Telegram channel to begin with, right? Understanding the purpose will then help you out to understand what exactly you wish for and what you can expect from your audience at the end of the day. Just so you know, FYI, someone also asked, Bella, can I reply back to the comments that I have been getting at the end of the day? And would my reply be seen by someone? Now, in the bot, right? As part of and parcel of the customization, if you want to use the commentary bot or the commentary custom button, what you can do is to reply those comments outside of Telegram. Outside of Telegram, and those answers can also be easily found. If you don't want to do that, you can also answer answer the questions directly via Telegram as well. So it's really up to you how you want to customize this. So can you see that? Can you see that the Telegram has so much opportunities where you can reply immediately as compared to an email, as compared to you sending out an email and then waiting for the open rates, waiting for a click rate, because Telegram is immediate. It's immediate. So this is a reminder. If you want to leverage on this platform, and if you want to do this very, very, very well, you need to master that personalization that is befitting to your business, right? And you need to understand that because Telegram, right, because it can be like like a global, it can be a global thing. You need to understand and ask yourself, do I want to make my Telegram more localized, local centric, or do I want to make it like a general global a global platform? Again, it is up to you. But my reminder to you is that if you are going to push out content, knowing that they are going to come to Telegram away from social media, let it be unique. Let it be something that they can't find anywhere else on your social media platform. Let it be something that you're sharing that is a lot more in depth, a lot more curated, a lot more thought through. Something that they can't just Google, something that they can see for themselves, how you have insider knowledge for some things. Because social media can be, again, very daunting. It poses a lot of limitations to what you can share. So again, let it be a platform where you can truly customize the experience with short form content and long form content on your Telegram channel. Now, again, the last part here. I've seen accounts on Telegram where they are solely an SOS account, right? You will know this when you go to the marketplace and you can see how other brands are using, like some brands are using Telegram like an SOS account. So if you have any problems at all, come to our Telegram channel where we will answer all your problems. So the thing again is that if you are ready to be a platform or a Telegram channel for these kinds of FAQs, again, it's up to you, because it's ever bit possible to customize it whatever you wish for at the end of the day. Okay, so here's the thing. How then do we build trust on Telegram? Now, if you notice Marketing in Asia already, there are some videos of me on Telegram. We release one of the things that you will notice very early on is that as soon as you join a Telegram channel, you are able to scroll all the way up, all the way through, and you will never ever miss out anything at all. You'll never ever miss out anything at all by the channel owner, because you can go back to its history to find out more about what was posted, what was posted back in the day or when it first started out. Yeah, so this is great. It's great when you join a Telegram channel for the very first time. Say, for example, you join today on Marketing in Asia from us. You are able to scroll through all the old things or all the things that were relevant to someone before, and you will never have to miss out anything. So again, fully customizable. Yeah, really awesome stuff. So again, what I'm trying to tell you here with this slide is that if you're using it purely for operations, yeah, this is what you can explore. You can explore, again, customer feedback. You can bring more people to traffic to site. You can give previews and like a little preview to what's happening on your website. You can put it all onto your Telegram. You can, again, if you want to do a transactions and you want to do payments, it can all be done on Telegram chat. You can also offer online ordering. People have been doing that as well on Telegram. It can be purely an operative platform for you if you choose to use Telegram purely for operations, purely for your daily operations. Now, guess what? While we put all our clients on WhatsApp, while Nimble has all our clients on WhatsApp, and that is a communication that we put for our clients, the Nimble team is managing our entire operations, as well as, for example, right, like I had the big hiccup today. My girls were texting me on Telegram, go like, Bella, there's a hiccup, and it was like it was all communicated on Telegram, because they were showing me exactly what was going on, real time, what was the issues and stuff like that. And it's a lot faster to basically manage your coordination, communication internally on Telegram. So we use Telegram to actually manage our communication internally, something that you can think about as well. All right. So here's the thing. It's going to be a bit tough to move away from WhatsApp to Telegram. And while Telegram did not pay us to say any of this, it is really coming from a practitioner's point of view as a marketer about what is really working and what is not working on WhatsApp. I need you to be a little bit more open-minded. Okay, I need you to be a little bit more open-minded when it comes to marketing and choosing your battle when it comes to your digital marketing or your marketing as a whole. Telegram is but a little bit of a puzzle to actually enhance your customer's experience with you as a brand. So please consider this with full heart, that you coming on board on Telegram early can be very tactical moving forward in the long run. All right. So if you're just gonna be like, a platform for a source of information, the same way that I have Michelle here, I have Renee here as well, who utilizes their personal brand as a founder or like as a content creator. You can do this too. You can do this too, where you can build mini newsletters onto Telegram. You can market your entire events. You can seriously just type webinars on your group chat, and you can see what kind of webinars there are like on Telegram, and you can be onboarded by this. So this, to me, honestly, it enriches me as a person, because I know I'm not just on ttics.com. I'm not just on social media to find what is the next big thing about digital marketing or what events I can sign up to, because I can literally go on Telegram, just go to the group chats, go to the global search portion, just type the word webinar, and I can just see for myself what is the most relevant of a channel, and I can just onboard myself to it and just see for myself what everyone is doing around the globe, and I can be part of a different community altogether. So again, it is up to you what you want to do with your Telegram, but I'm just suggesting that, hey, if this is going to be a source of information for your audience, then Telegram is it. This is where you can do so many things with Telegram, and I want you to leverage on this faster than your competition. Okay, so here I wanted to share with you, and this is gonna wrap up. This is then gonna wrap up my entire presentation, and then we're gonna take quick questions and answer right after this, because I want you to be interactive. Okay, I want everyone to be interactive and ask me questions and ask my girls questions if you have any at all about this webinar, and to sum it all up about being part of a community, utilizing this as a business. Take a look at this three examples. Yeah, these three examples are examples that I want you to study and try to emulate if it's relevant, and see for yourself how they utilize emojis, how they describe their events, how they promote their events. Look at the amount of subscribers that they can have. Pretty easy to grow. Like what Nisa mentioned, right? How SG Castle Foodie grew their Telegram channel to 2,000 people in a week. It is really about the kind of content that you actually put out. A lot of times, there's a misconception that only food businesses are going to do great on Telegram chat. I mean, I literally have Canvas Home right now that talks about interior design and stuff like that. Literally with 400 people subscribing to them, a lot more than YouTube, by the way. Yeah. So look at that opportunity where you can grow an audience a lot faster with lesser of an anxiety, lesser of a pressure than social media, because you are leveraging a much more global outlook to your business. All right. So this is my take. Me and Nisa, we are here to convince you that marketing need not be just on social media. In fact, it should be enhanced by other opportunities like your website optimization, your Telegram optimization, the content marketing, and your ads and stuff like that. This is enough of a case study to get you to understand how they maximize the pin message, how they maximize the discount portion, how they use the links, how they actually customize this entire Telegram channel to be creatively engaging for the audience at the end of the day. So these are enough of an examples to really prove my point that Telegram is not going to go away, that Telegram will be better and better. It will get better and better and better because of the customers' feedback. Telegram themselves really listen to their audience, not like WhatsApp. If you're having issues with your WhatsApp, if it goes awry, if it goes wonky, there's no customer support for you on WhatsApp. But Telegram, there's so much content, and the bots out there, like I said, Telegram themselves are there to assist you when you have issues. I think this is a no-brainer. Right? So, all right. So this is a part where I want you to reflect about what was just mentioned. And I hope that this is really something where it opens up another door of opportunity for you to market your services as well as your products. I will now take questions. If you want to speak to me, you can always raise your hand and actually, raise your hand to speak. And I would like to address the questions that I'm seeing right now. Okay, I would like to address the questions that I'm seeing right now if there's anything in the Q&A. All right, so the floor is yours, guys. If you have any questions at all, go ahead, please ask away. Just so you know, there will be an email right after class with all of these things that we mentioned. We're gonna send all the information to you, but if it's a video, if it's like all the tutorials, all the content calendar, we're gonna wrap it all up, put it in a nice zip folder, and send everyone that. Send everyone that. So don't have to ever worry that we are leaving you behind with anything. All right. So are there any questions, Nisa? If you have anything to add, please allow yourself to speak, and then we can actually get to it. All right. Is there anything else? Let me see. Okay. So if there are no questions, yeah, if there are no questions, okay. Shakira says that I'm a childbirth educator, and I'm wondering if my services will be relevant when it comes to Telegram, right? So again, we're just gonna break it down into two portions. Are you there to use Telegram operatively, or are you here to use Telegram to basically run those announcements and stuff like that? You have to first and foremost decide what is a Telegram channel used for. To answer your question, whether you're a childbirth educator, whether you're from that particular industry, even if you're a solopreneur and stuff like that, definitely can leverage on Telegram, because I believe you have a lot of content such as videos, especially if you're doing doula, right? Especially when you have recorded a lot of video tutorials and stuff like that, you can easily upload all of them. So as when someone onboards themselves onto Telegram, they are able to reference that Telegram group chat immediately, and they can watch your videos being auto played. Yeah, auto playing those videos. I think this is like a, again, no brainer. I think it's a fantastic to leverage on Telegram. Again, childbirth educator, again, it's not based on hashtag. Yeah, it's based on that keyword. So when you put that keyword childbirth educator as a Telegram channel, you will be crawling specifically for that niche. So I think that's great. So someone asked how to promote this, Bella. Again, standard procedures. Go on social media to encourage people to join. That is the most organic way. But of course, run ads. Help yourself by running advertisements. Yeah, running ads is just one of the ways we tell our clients to do when it comes to marketing a brand new channel, because it is really an experience like no other. It is an experience like no other. So running an advertisement to promote your brand new Telegram channel is one of the fastest way to grow and to grow people, because all they have to do is just swipe up, click, and boom, they go straight to Telegram. One of the things that we didn't really cover is the fact that, can you have a Telegram group chat? A Telegram app onto a desktop, right? When you first download Telegram, onto a Chrome, they will definitely encourage you to have Telegram as a separate app, as a separate app, and to let it rest onto your desktop like any other extension, like any other app, and there is a huge difference if you actually download it as a separate app as compared to you managing your Telegram onto your on web Telegram. So let me just be clear, yeah. Web Telegram as compared to Telegram as an app resting onto your computer have very different functionalities. All right, so there are limitations to web Telegram. You will not be able to see things like GIF stickers and stuff like that. It works. The content will not will not be compromised. You will still see it. But if you're going to use this for marketing and you're going to use this for your daily operations, please download Telegram for the desktop. Yeah, please download it off. Do not manage your web. Do not manage it as a web Telegram. Just download it off from Chrome and have it onto your desktop so that you can actually see and customize its settings. You can do so many more things if you actually have it off and away from web Telegram. Alrighty. Okay. So in terms of so another question that I always get is what kind of content, specifically for product business owners. So I know I'm actually dealing with a lot of product business owners here in e-commerce business. I want you to check out Shopee. All right, please study Shopee, whether or not it's Shopee Malaysia or Shopee Singapore, because they are all promoting products onto their Telegram channel, and I want you to see for yourself how they actually manage a promotional campaign onto Telegram, because again, the objective is very clear. I am here to give promotion discounts and stuff like that, and my entire Telegram is dedicated for it. Okay, so think about it that way, right? And then look at the way they use their graphics, look at the way they use their videos, look at the way they do their GIFs. And again, a quick mention, I think if you are a product business owner,
or even if you're a service provider, I think you need to start customizing your own brand stickers. I think that's really crucial and important. Yeah, having your own brand stickers is really crucial because it can get so viral. People can use that particular brand sticker to express themselves on Telegram. It's really fun. It's really, really fun. So so content wise, I would say, let me just suggest this. Yeah. Someone also asked, I think earlier, how many times do I post on Telegram? Is there should I be posting every day? Should I be consistent? How consistent should I be? Again, I would suggest this. You need to post a few times for you to test the audience out. If you realize that you're overtly posting and you're not getting any engagement in terms of the views, you can actually see the views, yeah, how many people actually view at that particular content. And you go like, hey, I actually posted this and there's only 38 views as compared to me posting this like at 12 midnight and it got like 100 views. You need to, again, test that content out to see what time is what time is actually suitable for your audience, right? Now, in terms of posting the type of content, one of the things that I love the most about Telegram, and I know you might be surprised, Telegram allows you to just do a quick with your with your phone, right? You can just go to Telegram and just create a video, put up a video and stuff like that. Me putting up a video on Telegram would be me being on Telegram forever. It's not like an Insta story. It will just go on FB stories. It will just go, the next day. There's no permanence to it. So I like the fact that when you curate your content well enough, it will be permanently in the channel. So whoever who has onboarded with you for the very first time, they will always see the old content and they will never, ever, ever miss anything out. Fantastic for community building. Okay. All right, so how does brand stickers look like for Telegram? Very good question. This is quite a lengthy explanation, okay? So right now, if you were to go on Telegram and there's an option for you to add stickers, you will see that Telegram has like a standard stickers, standard stickers that they have already uploaded somewhat onto Telegram. Now, other brands and independent artists are creating their own stickers. We will explain to you how to create your own stickers, how to actually upload them into Telegram in the email so that you can read it for yourself and see how you can actually do this for yourself too, because it can easily be your logo. It can easily be anything that you want if you design it well. So it's really something that anyone, if you can design on Canva, if you can design on Easel, you can definitely design something for Telegram as well. All right, cool. I hope that's great. All right, okay, great. So thank you everyone so much. We are so sorry for the for the hiccup. Yeah, we are so sorry for the hiccup. We apologize. Back in the office on the our neighbor downstairs, there's renovations going on and stuff like that. These are just kind of some of the things that happens. But we hope that this has been an enriching experience, that you have that it has opened up your eyes to a few things about Telegram. And I always wish you all the best. We wish you all the best with this with this newfound knowledge. And of course, please, there will be a feedback form. We would love to know what you think of everything, so that we can create quality content consistently for our audience and our community, so that we can always teach you from our hearts, from a practitioner's point of view. So I thank you everyone for being here today. Thank you for spending our Friday with us, everyone. And Nisa, thank you so much for that wonderful presentation. And I'll see you in our next lesson. I am going to run a webinar specifically for advertisement. There's such a huge demand for social advertisement, and people are asking me, what can I learn from you for advertisements and stuff like that. So up next in July, yeah. Up next in July, we're gonna have video mastery webinars, right? We're gonna have 2 webinars specifically dedicated to video marketing. We are also going to have a special exclusive webinar where I'm going to talk about how to create social media ads campaign that have given our clients so much virality. And I want to share this with everyone in July. So you will have first dips into these webinars that are happening next month. I hope to see you guys next time. Thank you so much from the Nimble team, and I hope to talk to everyone very, very soon. Thanks, guys. Thank you, everyone, so much for paying attention, and we'll see you online very soon. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye. All the best.